Welcome to 2024, people. A new year is here, and that brings fresh opportunities to try new manga, to find new manga, and to collect older manga that is being reprinted or that you've wanted for a while. And we are going to look at just a little bit of them because there's so many this year. So I am going to take you down a beautiful path of new, exciting manga, ongoing manga, and reprints of classics and things that people have not been able to get for a while now, at least cheap. So get out your notepads and let's talk about it. First things first, gotta start the new year in style with a little bit of bling. Bing! That's only 10% of the light that thing emits. It goes crazy. And I'm sorry, the LED sign looks way worse over screen. It looks insane and baller in person. So first off, I'm gonna throw out some manga that need a little more hype, and they're still early on or they're new and people can get into them and get excited about them. They're not in the limelight. Everybody isn't reading them, but some of them more than others, but they are fun. So let's get right into it. First one I'm going to show off today is Black Night Parade. Now this is fresh. This is fresh. It just came out right before the end of 2023. So this is brand spanking new. And this one has a Christmas theme. You definitely do not see that. A Christmas theme in a manga where it's all about Christmas. But don't run away just yet. This is whack. There is nothing remotely that'll remind you of Christmas except for some themes, mentions of Santa and stuff. This is not what I expected. Now, first things first, the cover on this is sick. I love that, just dark black and gold. Now this is made by the creator of Arakawa Under the Bridge, and I'm just butchering that. There's only one volume out of this, and I read this one and it was fun. It was weird, it was funny, and it was not what I was expecting, not at all. And I definitely plan on getting volume 2. So the shadowy dark figure on the front here, he's kind of like the reverse Santa. He's not Krampus, but he's kind of like that. He's the dark counterpart that handles bad children, gives out coal and stuff, so kind of like a Krampus type of dude. But he shows up and his Christmas present sack just eats the dude and takes them to the Arctic and gives them a job. And the people there are not very normal. There's a lot of weird people and things going on there. It's almost too hard to explain, but it's definitely worth a try if you want something different, if you want something funny, and you want something where you have no clue what they're gonna do next, but you're enjoying the ride. Definitely check this one out. Next up, I'm going to show off Correspondence from the End of the Universe. This is a really cool manga, and the cover and spines and the backs of all these volumes are just super duper great looking. It has a cool art style, and the way the mangaka draws things and comes up with such crazy things that you wouldn't even think of is just pure enjoyment to read. There is, at the time of this, there is only 4 volumes out of this, so it's super easy to jump in. And if you get volume 1 and you try it, you're going to want to read more because it is like nothing else. The main character is Russian. He is a recent college graduate and he's looking forward to traveling with his lover, but he gets abducted by a mysterious being and taken to the ends of the universe, and that completely ruins his plan, obviously. And they give him a 10-year mission, and he just has to deal with it and go along with this crazy mission in these crazy areas that are not Earth, and just deal with his alien or other being co-workers and stuff. It is really cool. Definitely recommend this one to try out this year. Next up, if you know me and I start pushing something, you know I want you to try it because it is good, or it's fun, exciting, new, more words that describe things in a good way. So if you've been hanging around, you've seen me talk about this one a little bit, and that is none other than Tomahawk Angel. That is right, we got Dark Horse here new manga series, a Greek mangaka named Odysseus Theodoratos, which is a pretty baller name if you ask me. Now this volume came out very recently, so it's brand new, only one volume out. It's nice and hefty and thick, so you get a lot of stuff in the volume 1. So it's guided by an artificial super intelligence. A scientist unleashes hell on earth to just preserve a fraction of the human population. So a 18-year-old here that you see on the cover, this girl, she wakes up to a ruined world overrun by monsters. There's a lot of mystery going on who she is, why she has some powers. Won't spoil anything. What's going on? What's up with her tomahawk? The world looks extremely enjoyable, full of mysteries. A lot of cool characters are showing up. A lot of things are happening that you're gonna want to know what is going on because you're gonna care. And the mangaka, as you have seen, just splats this dark ink all through here. Does not skimp on the black ink. It looks great. When I first looked through this, it gave me like Helsing vibes of just super dark black art style. I've had the privilege of talking to Odysseus a few times, and he is quite passionate and very excited about his manga, and he's putting his heart and his soul into this. So I believe he will not let us down with a jank story. And so far, Volume 1 was awesome. Check it out. Next, we have Shadow's House. The anime has a lot of episodes out, and it's a good anime. I have watched it, and it's ongoing, and it is past the manga at this point. The manga has a lot more volumes out. They are just a little slower to print these, but they are on the way. There's only 5 out at the time of this, and Shadow's House is definitely worth it for anyone. There are these living dolls who awaken to serve their masters, and their masters are almost a carbonish copy of them, just in solid black. They're made out of soot, and they emit this soot from their bodies, and their living dolls are used to clean up after them and serve them. They all live in this ginormous mansion with many wings, and the adults have a lot up their sleeves, and they're hiding things on why living dolls even exist, on why these soot type people exist, and why they're serving each other, and the evil things that are going on behind the scenes. So much is going on, so many cool characters. It is worth your time to pick this up and read it. Even if you've watched the anime, there's a lot more stuff in here that you can get, little tidbits and everything, and it's just as enjoyable. Try it out this year. Applause. Next up, we have some Trigun. Oh, check this out. You should read Trigun this year and spend hundreds of dollars trying to get all this Trigun. No, don't do that. Don't do that. The singles are nice, and you can get them, and they may even go down in price. But Trigun is being reprinted for the first time in a new edition. Dark Horse is getting the deluxe editions going. They're going to be this great looking yellow big old cheese. Trigun is a classic. It is an absolute classic, and it will be wonderful for new people to be getting into it and trying it and seeing why we all hold it near and dear to our hearts. The mangaka has made some other series that maybe you've heard of. Blood Blockade Battlefront is one of them, and then one of the greatest animes ever created, Gungrave. He made that one too. It's 26 episodes. I highly recommend you watch that one no matter what, even if you don't want to read Trigun, because Gungrave is amazing. These are going to be some really cool deluxes. I did the math and now I forget. I'm not sure how many there's going to be, but I'm thinking there's going to be 6. I'm thinking there's going to be 6, but who knows? There may be one less, one more. But I believe if they do it correctly, there should be 6 volumes of Trigun, which will cover them all, and they're going to be in those big beautiful pages, and it's going to look insane. I have had my first volume pre-ordered. Trigun is more wanted in the reprint world, so definitely look out for Trigun and give it a try. It's awesome. Okay, another exciting one coming out, and I am very pumped to get this one and own it, is Initial D. There is not a ton of car focused manga out there, and when you think of one, you think of Initial D, because that is the one that is like the creme de la creme, and definitely the most popular that everyone thinks about. And it is super cool that it's finally getting reprinted. To give you a little idea what it's about, the main character is an 18-year-old who helps his father run a tofu store by making deliveries every morning to a hotel with his father's Toyota Sprinter vehicle, but he's been driving on a more extreme route to deliver these every single day on this mountain summit, and in a result, it's just been honing his skills on driving and racing and mountain racing and adverse weather conditions, and then it just goes from there and becomes an insane and just purely sweet car series. I'm excited to own this and not spend a zillion dollars buying it, and I'm sure many of you are also. If you could take a second and just hit the like button, it would mean so much for me. Let me know down in the comments what manga you are excited for this year, or a manga you hope gets reprinted this year or soon, and I'll see you all next time.